video. This is DC Universe Online. This is Water Tips. I just want to mention too that the last video I did was with a healer DPS or slash healer loadout, and I have my Shazam character, my inspired Shazam character. This is my Richard Grayson or Nightwing slash Robin slash whatever character. Anyway, yeah, I used to have actual Water Tips character that I had, but I unfortunately wanted to make more characters, so I had to get rid of him. I do apologize for anybody who did like that character. I can always possibly make him again, but like I said, for the most part, I'm just using all my other characters now. So you're going to constantly see different characters, maybe some of the same ones. Anyway, what this particular video is about, I want to give some advice and some explaining on one of the raids that people have been playing lately in the game. This is actually Titan Island where I'm at right now. Just kind of decided to show it up here. But one of the things I wanted to discuss was basically how the mechanics of one of the particular raids. I'm probably going to do one on the other one too, which is the Reborn raid, regular. But the raid that I'm going to be discussing today is the Machine raid, regular. Now, the reason why I'm talking about this is because the raid's been out for like a little over a month now, I want to say, a month and a half. And there is going to be another DLC coming out pretty sooner or later. There were rumors. I'm pretty sure it's probably for sure though. I'm just saying for rumors now because I don't want to say anything without it being finalized. But of course they said that there's going to be a new DLC of Atlantis for the Aquaman open world mission coming out in November. I don't know about the dates or anything, but that's what's going to happen. Now this particular video that I'm doing is actually going to be, of course, about the raid of the machine. Now when you go into the machine, as you know, there's a hive master that you have to fight. It's one of those shorter type of raids where you don't go through a whole level type mission and then fight the 3 bosses. You're basically just in one big room, and while you're in there, the hive master has all the Teen Titan members tied up to this huge machine, and he's sucking all their powers and absorbs their powers and uses it against the Teen Titans. And you're fighting alongside Robin and of course me, Nightwing, in that one against the Hive Master, who uses all the powers of the Teen Titans League against everybody in their group. Now, this particular raid has been out for a while. I'm not. This is only like an explanation or advice only for the raid to tell how it starts. Usually, I would do a full-out raid actual video on it, but I decided to just talk it over because there's not really too much mechanics involved with this particular raid. For the other one, I may go ahead and do an extra full video for the Reborn one because it's a lot longer. For this one, I'm just going to talk about it, discuss it. There's really not that much involved. All you do is go into the mission. The Hive Master starts talking, and then you go in there and attempt to fight him head on, and he starts using all his abilities against you. Now, to start out with this particular raid, of course, it requires 8 players altogether. 3 of which are the main roles of tank role, troll role, and the healer role. Of course, the tank role's job is to take all the enemy attention, the boss enemy attention, any enemy attention away from any player and focus it on them. It's a defensive role. He pulls ads, all the ads, which you call ads, which are the NPC players alongside the boss that fight against you that come out in this particular raid or whatever raid you play, and he pulls those ads wherever he can closest to him so they concentrate on him while everybody takes him out from DPS. And the troll, of course, power is to give power to the group as well as defensively make any NPC or any ad or boss fight weaken his ability to damage output, to heal, and also to weaken the damage output on players, as well as anybody else in your group or team, whether it be troll, healer, or tank, as well as all those roles. So troller actually helps decrease any of that stuff against anybody else. Now, as far as the healer goes, it's a pretty easy role to basically mention. Healer, of course, is to heal everybody in the group using restoration and healing capabilities with any kind of role you may have at your disposal. The healer can heal anybody in the group up to several players, as well as the supercharged healing attack ability. It's one of the more important roles besides tanking and trolling, because once the main roles are of the players out and it's expired, then of course that person can't help support the group, which means the whole raid could fail. And I've seen it happen a number of times. So anyway, let's just explain the roles and how many people are in the ring. So it takes 3 roles: a tank, troll, and the healer, and then the other roles are DPS. DPS is just damage role, or that player's particular role is just to do damage throughout the raid, to effectively take out any of the enemy players, whether it be boss or NPCs, effectively as quick as possible. Now, with that being said, that's how it's set up. How you play the machine raid is, of course, you can take on the Hive Master. As you're playing him, he's going to be absorbing all the powers of the Teen Titans, including the Beast Boy, Raven, Starfire, all the Teen Titans that are in that group. He's going to be taking all the powers and using them against everybody in your group in the raid. Now the best way to go about this is start off with having the tank, of course, attack the boss. Tanks always attack first, and as you attack the Hive Master, he'll stay on the tank while everybody stays in the middle of the room. Because as you're in this huge room, on the left-hand side and right-hand side of the room, there's going to be the Hive Bombers, which are these huge flying Hive planes that come in and shoot lasers on both sides of the room, and inward and on the sides of the room. That's why it's very important to just stay in the very middle of the room. A little bit further back to where the entrance is, by the door, where the healer can heal at the same time that the tank tanks the Hive Master. Now, off and on, what's going to happen is going to be, of course, a rotation, where the Hive Master will be defeated. He'll start absorbing the power of the first known Titan member. Once he does this, after he absorbs the first power, he'll immediately start sending out ads throughout both sides of the doors, which are located at both ends of the room, on left and right hand sides. Once that happens, the tank has to pull all the ads to the middle of the room and attempt to keep them away from anybody. All the players, while they heal and they troll and they also do DPS, all the ads, they're gone. Once the ads are gone, the Hive Master will turn around and he'll start fighting on with whoever's power he absorbed. Now, when this happens, the tank should immediately go back to the back of the room, with almost the very back of the room with the door where the healer's at, and the very entrance with the healer and the other players, and tank Hive Master in this particular area as long as everybody else is fighting him head on in the back. Now, while this is happening, of course, at any time the tank is tanking the boss, none of the DPS or any rolls should be on top of the boss. They should stay at a distance, at a far distance reach, where they can attack him at a distance. Like, say I'm attacking right here, and let's say he's the other side of that ledge I'm standing on, across from me, cat corner. I want to keep flinging my attacks from a distance, like this, while he's over there. You don't want to be right on top of him like this, because anybody but the tank is on him, that's how you get knocked out, and then things start to fall. And I've seen it happen many times in this raid and other raids where people get too close to the tank with just taking the boss, and they just get one-shotted or knocked out, is what they call it, one-shotted. And depending on what role it is, it can mess up the whole raid. But anyway, that's how it goes. You complete the process. He goes back to the front, absorbs the next person's power, Titan's power, while all the ads come out. And you just keep going back and forth. But the one thing I want to stress is that if everybody in the group stays in the middle of the room for the machine and fighting the boss, and doesn't go on either side of the room and just focus on staying in the middle the whole time, nobody should expire in the raid, and it should go perfectly as planned. And of course, once you do defeat the Hive Master, when he's all the powers of the Teen Titans, eventually do defeat it. And that's all there really is to it. It's kind of a different kind of raid, because you start off when he absorbs the first 4 powers or whatever team members, and then he kind of takes a break. You get your first drop for your first prize for defeating him the first time. And then once you do that, it's a quick, 30-second break to half-a-minute break, and then he comes in and you have to fight him some more and get the second one. So it definitely is different. It's kind of like a halftime kind of thing, a 30-second break that you get to do something real quick. You could even go out and get repairs or get some potions real quick, as long as you're quick about it, go back into the raid. Now, once you do that, he's going to keep doing the rest of the powers, and then you repeat the process. So basically, it's just a combination of the tank tanking in the front while everybody else attacks at a distance, the healer heals, the troll trolls, and then once he's beaten, he goes up to the front and absorbs another power. While he's doing that, he sends the ads out, and that's when the tank goes and pulls them all to the back of the room, close to the entrance, while the healer heals in the back, and everybody stays at distance until all the ads are done, being damaged, DPS'd, and out of commission. Once that's done, and you keep repeating the process, the rotation will keep happening, then you should be able to finally defeat him and win the whole raid. Now that is exactly the way you're supposed to do it. Now, the reason why I'm mentioning this too is because I've played this raid many times lately, and I've noticed where people have tried it and they've had a little bit of difficulty doing it that way, and I'm not sure why. I mean, the mechanics are there. The raid has been out for a while, yet I'm not saying that you should know everything there is to know like I do about it. I've been playing the game for a while, so I kind of know about certain things. But if you do follow this mechanics I just explained to you to the T, 100%, you're never going to have a single problem with that raid, of the machine raid. And like I said, if it's done perfectly, nobody should be dying in it at all. This is for the actual regular version. Now, I haven't really tried the elite version that much. I'm not sure how much harder it is, but I'm sure the same mechanics apply. It's just probably a lot harder now. But with that being said, that is the mechanics of the machine raid. Now, if you weren't able to hear me clearly in this video, or you still didn't understand how to do it, please subscribe, like, and subscribe to this video. It just came out today, and It's fairly new, and I just made this video to help out people that are having trouble with the machine raid. And I've seen it happen a lot, and people, the mechanics have just haven't been going 100%, and that's all it really takes for the raid to fail. Now, keep in mind that this is the second raid, a machine raid. I'm going to try and make it one up for the Reborn, but that particular raid is actually, I haven't seen them have much of a problem with it, except for maybe the last boss, Terra, the Terra fight, where you fire in the room and you have to plug the volcanoes. That particular part also can be troubling, but not as much as the machine raid. I've seen more trouble on the machine raid. So basically that's all there is to it. Like I said, if you need more explaining, if you would like to see a full-on raid of the actual machine raid, I can try and make a video of it. But like I said, I tried to make everything at really 100% to people's liking. So if I do make a full-on raid of the machine raid, I do want to make it so that people will see me complete it, and the mechanics will be shown the way that it's supposed to be shown. So I probably will get a bunch of friends in to know how to do the raid, and we would just make the video. But in the meantime, hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you have any other questions, please let me know. Like I said, this is Water Tips. I'm Dcuo. Like the video. If you have any questions, if you think there's a better way, you know how to defeat the raid, let me know. Maybe there's something I missed. But that, in all, is the way you do it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day. And like I said, always keep watching. Play Dcuo. Thank you and have a good day. Bye-bye.